Hello and welcome to today's Parents University. I'm Aaron Selmer, Director for Instructional Technology, and I'm very excited to introduce the topics for today's episode. Today's episode will be handled by Mr. Paul Euler, our Instructional Technology coach, and he's going to be going over two topics. The first is Common Sense Media, which is a great resource that you'll be able to use for your family to ensure that your students are using age-appropriate technology both on and off the internet. The second is Google's Be Internet Awesome program. And this is really designed to help encourage internet safety so your students can start learning how to be safe online today. As always, if you're watching live, we'll be happy to man the chat and answer any questions you may have afterwards. If not, feel free to reach out to either myself or Paul afterwards, and we'll be able to help answer whatever questions you may have along the way. Without further ado, here's Paul.
Thanks for the introduction there, Aaron. So today I would like to share a couple of digital citizenship resources that I think you're really going to find useful if you don't already know about them. And let's face it, digital citizenship is more relevant and more important, I think, even now than it's ever been because of the amount of time that kids are spending online is increasing, right? And also, we know that kids are starting to go and use technology at a young age. So, whether it's creating their own digital content or watching movies or YouTube videos, playing games, interacting with their friends online, we want to make sure that the kids are making good choices, that they're being respectful online, and that they're protecting their privacy and passwords. This all goes into the importance of teaching digital citizenship. And this first website, Common Sense Media, is one of my favorite because I used it as a teacher to learn about games or things that kids were talking about, or whether it was to find resources to teach kids about digital citizenship. It's a very well-known uh, site among educators and among parents too, for having good unbiased information, and just they really break it down into different age groups, which is nice. It's for anything from young kids to teenagers, so I really find that a useful option or tool for parents. So when you come to their website here, you can see there's some main options here. The first one that I'm on is the apps and games section. And so a lot of times I know as a parent of two kids that often they would be asking me to download different games or apps. And some of them I knew about myself, but others I had not heard of. So before I would let them download it, I would go and do some little bit of research myself. And this is where I would often go first. And so on here, you can look up a movie, different types of books, apps, and games, and it'll give you a review of them and tell you kind of what it's about, what age it's appropriate for. So, for example, let's take the game Among Us. This is a very popular game. I'm sure if you have, kids anywhere from 8 to 13, a lot of kids are playing this game. So if I want to know more about it and just to maybe even have a conversation with my kid, or even to just decide, do I want them downloading this or not, is it appropriate for them to be playing it? So I can do a little search here, and here it comes up. So I'm going to click on continue reading to just learn a little more about it. And so it shows you some screenshots, and you can watch a little video that just kind of reviews it. But also, if you scroll down here, I like this part where they do give the reviews and they say what parents say and what kids say. So it's kind of a nice thing too, I think, to hear from other parents of what they think about it. But then in this section, what's it about? It shares just a summary of like what the game is about, the strategy involved, and they will let you know if it's any kind of violence or anything inappropriate that um, you know you might not want your kids doing. And then two, they will tell you kind of like an age range of what it's good for. So they say 10 plus, but obviously you can make the decision of um, how what age you think this would be appropriate for yourself. But I just like the fact that I can go here and look up different popular apps and games and just get a review and from someone besides the kids, and so I can know a little bit more what it's about. And they have that for movies too, YouTube channel reviews. These are all some really good resources that I think you could find very valuable as a parent. Now, this other section that I also like is parents need to know. So they have some popular topics here that relate to digital citizenship, like cell phone, screen time, social media. That's obviously a popular one. And over here, then too, they have the Parents Ultimate Guide too. And these are just more popular games and apps that kids are using, and you can find out more about it. It gives a more detailed description and all about it. So for parents, it's geared towards parents. So if I click on like screen time here, let's just check out what they have underneath here. So they have, you can see there's 179 articles and 26 videos, and you can break that down by exploring well, you can look at that section, but then two, down here, they have different like frequently asked questions that parents ask, and you can break it down by age, which I think is huge because obviously what your teen who's 13 or older maybe is going to be doing is going to be a lot different than your other child who is more, like younger, maybe 5 to 7. So you can break it down by age group and really see some popular questions that you might be wondering about, and you can get some opinions from other parents on here, just to take out, just to take that information and then make a decision from there. So um, that's all the section parents need to know. The only last thing that I'd like to point out that they added recently was this section about distance learning. So they do have some different resources under here, and they do tend to add more things. They do update it. So there might be some resources in here that would help you with online learning for your kids, or just battling the screen time issues that comes with it. So that is Common Sense Media, and I hope that you get a chance to check it out. So the other digital citizenship resource that I wanted to share with you is a website called Be Internet Awesome. This website is really great in the sense that I love their Be Internet Awesome family guide that they have. In this guide, they have different tools and resources for families to help kids learn about online safety and digital citizenship at home. In there, they give you things that you can discuss with your kids, that you can learn and just talk about online safety together, which I think is important to have those conversations together as a family so kids understand the importance that this isn't something that just happens at school, that they learn about. And so, like I mentioned, they have this family guide that you can look at and check out for different resources you can use. But also, the other section of the site, if you scroll down here, they have this game called Interland, and the kids love this game. In there, they have 4 different worlds or lands that they have to work through, and each one they have a different theme or topic that they're working on. Anything from keeping passwords safe to being kind to others online. And the kids can work through those different worlds to learn different types of lessons and skills that will help them be good digital citizens. I would say the general age range would be anywhere from 6 to 13, but it can also vary. And like I mentioned before, that the kids love playing the different games, and it's valuable in the sense that they are learning too. So I would be sure to check that out. If you have any other questions about internet resources, about digital citizenship, please feel free to reach out to me. Thank you.